The winning attitude, and I think after Crystal, I feel like, oh my gosh, she like wrapped it all up. I mean, you were just great. So thank you for that, because you did like half of what I was gonna do anyway. So I won't hold up too much of your time. She was great, so thank you for sharing all that. But I did want to share with you guys a couple things. And I would say if you're here today, you already have a winning attitude. So give your hand. Stay in the right? All right. So I wanted to share something that is in the Gems for Jones book, and in order to stay with a good attitude and maintaining that momentum, when bad things happen to us, we have to, what Joan would say, count it all joy. So I wanted to just share a little bit that's in the book. And it says from Joan, one of my favorite Bible verses is Nehemiah. I'm sorry, I'm used to saying it in Spanish.
How do you say it in Spanish?
Nehemiah.
You can say it in Spanish.
The joy of the Lord is your strength. You know happiness is a choice and it can pass away, but joy abides and gives us strength. So whenever you feel like something bad is happening, always stick to the positive, because the positive will forever outweigh any negatives. We read in Proverbs 17:22 that a joyful heart is good medicine. Joyful heart is good medicine. And kind of what Krista was saying, you know, if you attach yourselves to that negativity, that is what you will attract. But if you stay positive and you have that good heart and those good intentions, before you know it, that's all you will be attracting. So keep that joyful heart, because it is good medicine. Most of us have heard that verse, but there's another one in Proverbs. I want to call to your attention. A joyful heart makes a cheerful face, but when the heart is sad, the spirit is broken. And that's how we should serve every single day. Because if your heart is happy, you're going to have a smile on your face. Okay? But when the heart is sad, your spirit is broken. And some of us are sad at times, and I'll be one, and I'll share a little bit of my own personal testimony. You know, I could be sad, and I might not always have a smile on my face, but I'll be darned, I will never let anything break my spirit. Okay? So hold on to all the positive that you can and never let any negativity break your spirit. Isn't that the truth? So a joyful heart is contagious. She woke me up. You see that big old mug of coffee? I was like, oh, it's real. You know, David asked me, Millie, what you doing? You know, how you doing? I said, I'm so tired. All these interrupted nights of sleep. I'm just like, Lord have mercy, this coffee. She's contagious, you know, so just be contagious, be happy. Before you know it, you don't have a choice but to be happy. And if you're miserable, misery loves company. So, you know, just move past that. No one enjoys being around a person whose spirit is broken. Isn't that the truth? If you have a friend that's constantly nagging, before you know it, you really are not going to pick up her phone call. Right? Because you're in that good spirit, you're in a good role, you had a good day, you know, this happened, that happened, and here comes Debbie Downer, and you're just like, oh, sweetheart, I'm sorry, please don't get on this video right now. So, it's the truth. I do it. So, you know, before you know it, just attract yourself to positive people. So, that's what I wanted to share with you guys. And like Joan would say, count it all joy. It's a reminder to me, even as I write, that no matter the circumstances, the joy of the Lord is my strength. No. Oh, do I need to be done?
No.
Wrap it up. And if you're one of my Facebook contacts, there is a particular post that every so often I would post, or I do post, and I haven't posted in a while, so I had to go digging and find out when was the last time I posted it. But I wanted to share it with you all if you are not on my Facebook contacts, just to go back to always being happy and having a good attitude. And what I wrote, and these are my words, it says, never ever, in big bold letters, capitals, never ever let anybody steal you of your dream and your future. Okay, so have your goal, know your why, stick to it, have a positive attitude, a winning attitude, and you will overcome those. The devil is a liar, and he will try his best to steal you of your blessing. And truly believe that, okay? I have been through my hurdles, and I have doubted myself. I have questioned myself. I have questioned myself whether I want to continue this. And I'm like, Lord, I know this is what I'm supposed to be doing. You know, so never ever let the devil take you on that road, because he is a liar, and steal you of your blessing. He will instill in you fear, doubt, anger, confusion, etc. in your heart, because he knows what the Lord has blessed you with. So God already knows what's in your plan. God already knows what he's put in your heart. And God already knows what you're going to achieve. And the devil will try anything to try to stop that from happening. And he will instill those doubts in your heart. He will instill, oh, I don't have any bookings, so I'm going to, call it quits. Or, I had such a bad experience in that show, I don't want to follow up. Whatever have you. He will instill that in you and try to rob you of your joy. Don't let that happen. One step in faith can turn your life around. So true. All it takes is maybe that one show right before you thought you were going to quit to turn your whole business around. And I'm a living testimony of that. When I started my business, most of you guys know, I started late October. I worked November, I worked December, I got so sick in January, I couldn't work. I said, and the same person that introduced me to Premier held the show for me in February, and that was the beginning of my business. So you never know, that one show can be what turns your life.
And you have been rocking it.
So step out in faith. Step out in faith. And like we started in introductions today, if you're constantly going to feed into that fear, you're not going to step out in faith. Because stepping out in faith means that you will believe. So you have to believe in him first to provide, and in you providing the actions. You have the power given by the Almighty to move past all the negativity. So you already are blessed, and only you can have the power to make it happen. And then I put a little whip out at the end. That's my bling bling in English. Whip out. So I just wanted to share that with you, and Crystal, you did such a great job, so I'm just putting the rest of my notes away. I just want to say, going back to having a winning attitude, like I said earlier, I've doubted myself, I've questioned myself, and I said to myself, no, that's not going to happen. I'm going to pick up myself, and I'm going to still keep it moving. And perfect example, within the last couple months, my personal experience with my bookings is not where I wanted to be. A lot of jewelers will probably be very happy with what I have on my calendar. I know for myself it's not what I wanted to be. And I was so upset when I kept getting these cancellations. But then I forgot what I was praying for. I was praying to God to provide me with what I needed to continue to grow my business. And I have lost people, and I have lost hostesses, and I only have to think that it's counting it all joy that maybe that was supposed to happen. Because God knows what's best for us. Okay? Perfect example, when Adrian Dawes came to town, Carrie kept asking me, are you coming? I don't have a show. I can't go. Lori asked me like a week before. Go. She canceled. I was so happy with that cancellation. Like, thank you, Jesus, that was just canceled. How many of us was So I always say after, I went through whatever changes I went through the last couple months, which was a lot. Just try to always focus on the positive. So if something negative happens in your business or something negative happens in your show or in your sponsoring or whatever have you, let it go. Because there's a reason why. And we might not always get it at that moment, but you best believe it will reveal itself in due time. Okay? And I'm living testimony of that right now as I stand here. So always stick to the positive. Stay in the game. Don't judge your business on your first year. Okay? I have a very good year. But not all of us are there. So, but really, honestly speaking, never judge your business on your first year. If you're struggling, contact your upline. Never, ever, ever, ever let 2, 3, 4 shows go by with no bookings and now contact your upline. Because before you know it, your boat is sinking and now it's so much harder to get you back up. It's possible, doable, but you don't work twice as hard. Okay, so having that positive attitude, always searching for whatever tools you need is so important. And stay in the game. And I can't really coach, you did amazing. Yeah.
You too.